session, this is purely just an activity, okay? The other sessions that we were doing was more of like a teaching session. This one's purely activity. This is something fun for you to do with kids, okay? Notice when they walk in, this is what I have on the board. And I ask them questions, you know. Well, what do you see? Well, I see an open number line and I see the number 5 stuck on there. Okay. Well, I've got some cards here. And I want to know, where would this card be placed on this number line? So, yes, could you work with groups and let them work in groups, or can you call individuals? Sure. Could this just be an after-school tutorial for kids who are still struggling? Yes. So where would you place this? And first of all, notice that this is a 10 frame, and they're going to have to know that this is a representation of 2. So, okay, well, where would 2 go if that was 5? So maybe we could say 2 goes about right here, okay? Where would this one go? Notice this is in word form. Well, you might hear rumbles in the groups by kids. Well, 13 is more than 5. Yeah, but it's also more than 10. Okay, so if I went 5 and doubled it to 10, 13 is probably going to be somewhere out here. I don't know. It's going to be way out there. Then I might show them a problem like this. Well, now I have to add these together to know it's 24. So then again, if this was my benchmark of 5, they're basically making decisions. Where does this card go? Is it going to be less than 5? Is it going to be greater than 5? Or perhaps, might I find one that's equal to 5? So where would this one go? Well, it's 24. Well, 24 is more than 13, but it's like almost double 13. So maybe this needs to come way down, this needs to go way over, and again, this would be the real purpose of you having both of those number lines, where in this case, we would probably say the 2 might come way back over here now. Okay, so then I asked the kids, where does this one go? Okay, well, that's the same thing as that quantity. It's just an arrangement, and actually it's just like a dice arrangement, and that's an easy way to supersize that we know that that's 5. So then probably what I would do is I'd stop a moment and I'd talk to the kids and say, well, how are you making decisions? Were there any categories that you could put these in? And if you could put these in categories, how might you categorize the actual activity? Well, I'm hoping kids would say, well, sometimes the cards may equal 5, sometimes they're less than 5, sometimes they're greater than 5. So then those would be things that we would write in our math journals, that we're going to be looking at different ways to represent numbers that are equal to 5, greater than 5, or less than 5. In your kit, as I mentioned at the very beginning, you have blank cards. So I might walk around and hand these to every group and say, I'd probably hand 3 to every group. Here's what I want you to do is I want you to work with your group members, and I want you to come up with one example of how you could represent 5. I want you to come up with another example of something that's less than 5. Not that one. This is the blank one. Less than 5, but even though 1/4 would fit. And then what's something that would be greater than 5? And then again, because this is right on white ball, you can actually write the words up here, less than 5. You can also put the symbol, which gets it to the higher grade levels. You could put it in words, more than 5, and you could put it into the symbols, and then you could say 5 equals 5. So what's all the different ways to represent 5? That's just an example. Inside your kit, they give you several examples of activities for number lines, but I know you're just like me. You can go on the internet and find hundreds of little quick activities to use number lines. So enjoy, and I hope your kids have a wonderful time and really learn a lot about placing numbers on number lines, equivalencies, different representations, and all of that.